Thank you all for taking time to talk to me today, especially Collin and Owen who have school.
hmm I haven't had school for 20 years. I do whatever I want.
Lucky.
Yep.
uh, like one of my favorite things about this movie is that it starts out with like the true part and then turns into a fantasy, but it it just feels like it's the way it should be.
Good. Good. It was a wonderful podcast. Thank you, everybody. We did our job here.
No, but like watching it, it's this insane revenge story, fantasy, sci-fi, everything. But like like Colin and Owen like get to go through like everybody gets character growth, which is not what I was expecting. And I just feel like what was it like for you all to get to I don't know, grow? Like it feels like everybody really got to engage in this movie.
Collin, kick it off. How'd you grow?
Oh, how I grew. Well, it felt cool because at the beginning of the film, I'm obviously like, I'm just kind of this teen who's like obsessed with who wants to make stuff, but is like kind of just a gamer and kind of does that all the time. But by the end, it's like I'm using like the creative videos we want to make for good, and it was and like growing as like a family too, and like how like the family grows. That was cool to like grow in the family dynamics within the film.
Like Owen, what was it like for the two of you like shooting those videos? Like
Okay.
the YouTube type videos.
Okay. So I will say something. So me and Colin actually have known each other for like almost 10 years now, since we've been really little. And you can find on YouTube some videos that we made like 10 years ago. So we actually used to make videos that were like funny and like really silly ideas. And so it really just felt natural. It's like something that we've been doing. So, I mean, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The, Shane, when you're telling this story about a terrible thing that like happened and everything, uh, was it cathartic to get to see everybody like bring your vision to life and get like some relief and release?
Yes, yes. It was incredibly cathartic, but forgive me, I would like to change your phraseology a little bit because my ego doesn't like your vision. Because it's a thing of when we went in to make this movie, I genuinely in the marrow of my bones were like, I want the cast, the crew, everybody. What would you do if you got hacked and there were no rules and you could just kill this guy over and over? What would you do? How would you mess with him? And then we would get those answers and then we would figure out, okay, how can we shoot that affordably? Can we do that in our schedule? How would you say this? How would you say this? So it was this thing of, yes, somebody needs to steer the ship and make sure that there is like, some character arcs and writing and et cetera, et cetera. But I genuinely, when people watch this movie, I want them to know that it's like, oh, in order to win the Stanley Cup, you need like 26 players and a whole staff. And sometimes it's like the masseuse or the stick guy or the person taking the tickets or all of the fans. Like it's everything to reach pay dirt. And this movie was that. This movie was there's pinching pennies and then there's putting pennies in a blender and making a movie out of that. And that's what we did. It was everybody putting everything they had to make this thing kick ass. And so everybody got release. Everybody got catharsis because everybody in some way, shape, or form has been hacked or stolen from or deceived or conned or tricked. And you just want to grit your teeth and get back at them.
Was it as much fun to make this movie as it looks as comes across on screen?
For me, it was. For me, it was one of the most fun experiences of my life. How do you guys feel?
I can't name a funner experience personally, so yeah.
No, I would say the same. It was great. I mean, behind the scenes, it was even more funny. All the jokes, it was great.
So Colin, Owen, what were some of the revenge like murder things that you all came up with?
Oh gosh. I'll start with like I think the goriest one is using like a cheese grater out the skin and scraping the skin off. You know, I would say that was one of our ideas. It was probably the goriest. Yeah.
I had the idea to waterboard Chandler, so that was a fun one. Because I was in a short film with Shane years prior, and I got waterboarded from that in that one. So I was like, now I want to waterboard someone. So
I
that
remember that. I do remember
was
you saying like at some point in this movie, you just got to let me waterboard Chandler, which is one
yeah.
of the safer things to do. And I think Chandler appreciated having water on him instead of fake vomit and dog crap and urine and all the other stuff that was thrown on him.
It's been like a long journey for this movie to come out like to the general public as it is on June 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
Plug.
June
Uh
2nd. Sorry, did you say
but
June 2nd?
I
Yes,
did.
June 2nd.
I did.
Collin, what date was that again? Owen, if you could.
It's June 2nd, right?
Good, 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 good.
I think it's June 2nd. I'm not
Great,
sure. I
very
think so.
good. Nick, please continue. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure. Yeah.
So as it's coming out, but like you've gotten to play like all of these different film festivals. Like I saw it as part of Chattanooga Film Festival. Like uh as you've gone to like these different festivals and played all of this stuff, like what's it been like getting to meet and interact with the folks who have seen it? Because I feel like that's like the best part of getting a festival run.
It is because for me, happiness is happiness shared. Like, and for some reason that I can't quite put into a formula, it seems like this movie is best enjoyed with a giant group of people in a theater. And I know there's like, I think every movie is trying to say that, right? Every movie is like, you got to see it in a theater with a big group because cha-ching. But for this, it's genuine. Like it seems like a Rocky Horror Picture Show, or like when I saw The Room in Chicago, and everybody is wearing like a red cutoff shirt and throwing footballs and drinking scotchka, and it was like the time of their life. We want this film to be like an experience where year after year, as the boys grow up and everything, we can go to some theater. Everybody dresses up in bucket hats and Florida tropical shirts. You can grate some cheese on your pasta when you're watching the movie. You have a nice warm Smirnoff ice like Chandler's character drinks on the beach, and it's just like a fun release, and it's a communal thing for people to just want to get revenge on the bad guys.
Do either of you guys, Colin or Owen, have like trouble seeing like watching your own performances, or is it just like you had so much fun that you just get to like relive that?
Yeah, I mean, I love watching my own performances, I guess. I know some people don't, but yeah, I mean, especially with Hack, just watching, like the brothers, their story, like you can really see the story actually play out. Whereas like when you're on set, you do it scene by scene by scene, but all together, yeah, I mean, it's like it's a whole experience watching it. So I loved watching it.
I mean, I think I've watched Hacked like a dozen times, and I'm still not old of it. Like I still like, I think it's really great. I think it's really funny, and I enjoy watching myself and like everyone because it was just so much fun.
Like, how did like you've got all of you all and everything, and then I was like seeing Richard Reel in this movie is it's insane. Like, I mean, Chandler Riggs, I was
Yep.
also amazed by, like, because I think like seeing him be able to do comedy was fantastic. But like Richard Reel, the moment he walks on screen, this movie turns into something very different.
Yes,
Oh,
yes. So we had Jim O'Heir cast as Santa Claus, and then there was a scheduling conflict with a play that he was doing. So then it was John D'Aquino, and then he had a scheduling conflict, and then it was Aaron Moorhead, and then he booked Daredevil season 2, and then Augie had just done a movie with Richard, and this was now 4 days into filming. That during the writer's strike and during post COVID, how are we going to get these things? And we're like, we're never going to get him. We're never going to get him, especially to be Santa Claus. He's been Santa Claus 16 times. He's not going to be the punk rock Florida, let's torture a bad guy version of Santa Claus. And we called his reps, and it was solved within 24 hours. And the gaining and losing of Santa Clauses, that all happened in like a 5-day window. So we are actively filming the movie. Like it is happening. We're sitting there going, is someone on crew going to be Santa Claus? Like, how do we solve this problem? And it was always meant to be Richard. It was meant to be that way because that man, just 10 out of 10, 5 stars, the absolute best of the best of the best of the best of the best. There is a reason why he is in every movie and TV show in Hollywood.
Like, getting all of this together and coming out, like the thing that I really enjoyed and loved about it was the journey, but also like the end. Like the end is because there are two endings to this movie, and
Mm-hmm.
I like, does it still hit you all as emotionally as it did the first time on repeated watches?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it has. For me, it still hits the same as it did on the first watch.
Yeah, no, I mean, I would say the same. I feel like for me, I feel like it hits even more deeper, I guess, because like when we were filming, it really did feel like we were like a family. It took a while. We filmed at, multiple different locations. We were in it together, and every time I watch it, it's like, wow, that really was my family, at least for a little bit. So definitely get emotional.
So now that it's coming out June 2nd, VOD digital, um, like, and all these people are going to get to see it. Like, what's the one thing each of you hopes people take away from Hacked?
That shitty things happen in this world. Parentheses, I need to take my medicine more than anybody, like you can sit here and talk about ways to solve things and then, you cry in a corner. But like for me, when Emily and I got hacked, it chemically was changing who I was as a person because it was like the American dream is a lie. Like Emily and I literally sold vacuum cleaners during COVID to make enough money to pay for my first feature and for us to get a down payment on a house. And so when the money was stolen and the cops wanted to help but couldn't, the banks refused to help. We had a district attorney, a state attorney, a detective, and all of them were like, well, we could drive a squad car down to the guy who took your money and say you're under arrest. And he would go, I have roommates. One of them must have gotten in my laptop. I'm just as much of a victim as you. Burden of proof is on you in the state. So, and and it was very difficult to be like, can we take something horrific and make it awesome? Is that even possible? Am I going to like crumble as we try to do this? And you can. It's like Care Bears. You can fix really shitty stuff with just a beam of positivity, and then you just got to try again and try again and try again. And that's what I hope people take away from it is if you're having a really, really crappy day, please put our movie on. Feel good about it too. A Starbucks is freaking $9 now for one drink that you want. Or you could buy our movie pre-sale for $9 and have an amazing, yes, Collin, our pre-sale is going to be the same price as a fucking Starbucks. So maybe you don't drink your Starbucks for one day, Collin, and buy our movie, sir.
When does it come out?
June 2nd, I think. Owen,
Okay.
do you know when it comes out?
I'm pretty sure it's June 2nd.
Okay, good.
No, yeah, I mean, I've said it before, but I'll say it again on here. I mean, I really do think that what's it called? I really do think that what people should take away from it is sticking together as a family. Because as you watch the movie, you see this journey of like, the whole family going through troubles and hardships, and but what you really see, I guess, at the end is they all come together as a family and defeat the hacker. And I feel like that really shows what you have to do in real life. Stick with your family, stick with your friends, and you know, together is stronger. So
Yeah, no, I'm very in agreement with both of those. It's very like the thing to take away is like the message of like you can get through like really bad things that happen to you. It's just like a good group of people. But I also think like a good takeaway is like also just like how you watch the movie. It's like this is a movie to be like enjoyed with friends and people. Like you're gonna have the most fun when you watch it like that. And I think like that's something too is like a good takeaway is like you still can watch movies with friends and just have a good time and like relax and lay back.
That is so fantastic. Shane, Collin, Owen, thank you all so much for talking to me about
Nick
your movie.
Spacek.
It's a joy, and I can't wait for everybody to get a chance to see it and have as much fun as I did.
Thanks,
so
man.
much.
Thanks. Are you going to tell Colin now that you're giving him that Jason Voorhees Angry Orchard sign that's behind you?
I will not be. I had to fight off numerous people in order to make that come to my house. But again, thank you guys so much. Like, this has been a blast. The movie's a blast, and I can't, like I said, I can't wait for everybody else to see it.
Thanks, Nick.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank
it,
you.
dude.
Have a good rest of your day, guys.
Yeah, you as well.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.